Hello, Ventura. Are you looking for a hotel that's nearby to tourist attractions, within walking distance to amazing food places, at an affordable price? Then this video is for you. I'm your local Singaporean, and in this ultimate video guide, I'm gonna share with you the best places to spend the night in Singapore. Stick to the end because I'm also gonna share the places to avoid. Let's begin. Welcome to my beloved Singapore. We're the smallest country in Asia with the biggest personality. Now, I'm gonna show you a map of the city. Where we are right now is the Merlion Park. I've marked the major tourist attractions on this map to give you a good gauge of where things are. Most of the tourist attractions are around this little area near the Marina Bay. So you might think, oh, is that the best place to stay? But no, they are way overpriced because not only they are in a very grand and prime location, these hotels, Fullerton and MBS, are 5-star luxury hotels. You do get an amazing view of the city, but unless you want to be poor after Singapore, I'm gonna share with you places where you can get better value for your money. For comparison, the price per person per night at a budget accommodation is around $30 to $100. For mid-range hotels, $100 to $200, and anything above is higher end. Staying nearby the tourist attractions is very good. But what's even better is having good accessibility to our public transportation network, which is considered the best in the world. Our buses and trains are very user-friendly and they are the most affordable way to get around the city. For example, a trip from the Changi Airport to the Merlion will only take you 1 hour and cost you slightly over $2. The best way to utilize the public transportation network is to pick a hotel that's within walking distance to a major train station or a major road with many bus services. Of course, you still don't want to spend too much time in transit every day, so I don't recommend staying outside of this area. To visualize our public transportation network, let's add another layer to our map. Each of these are the train stations, and those stations with more than one colors are interchange stations that gives you access to multiple train lines, giving you an even better accessibility. Now, let's look into the best areas to spend the night. At number 4, we have Little India. This is a very vibrant neighborhood. You can easily spend the whole day just walking around this area. The streets are full of F&B options, many of them offering Indian cuisine. And if you're a vegetarian, you'll have a lot more options in this area. This hawker center, called the Tekka Center, is a must-go. There are also iconic cultural points of interest, such as the Sri Virama Kaliaman Hindu Temple, former Tan Teng Nya Peranakan House, and the Indian Heritage Center. Little India train station serves the Blue Line and the Purple Line, which gives you direct access to MBS via Bayfront, Sentosa via Harbourfront, and Chinatown. Looking at the accommodations available in this area, you get quite a few budget hostels and mid-range hotels to choose from, which are very suitable for budget travelers. So, Little India is a pretty good place. But a better place to stay at is the Outram Park. There isn't much in the immediate vicinity, but you get excellent accessibility. The Outram Park train station sits on 3 lines. You have a direct train line to Chinatown, to the Merlion Park via Raffles Place, Sentosa via Harbourfront, and the Gardens by the Bay. Also Kampung Glam via Bugis. The local gem in the area is the Keong Saik Road. This is where you can find a lot of nice restaurants. However, there are only mid-range to high-end hotels that's available for booking here. So this is not the most suitable for budget option. At number 2, the second best place to stay is at Bugis. It's also a very lively area. You can have a lot of fun browsing the Bugis street, where there are lots of street fashion shops. For modern amenities, there's the Bugis Junction and the Bugis Plus shopping malls. Food option is very good here. There's Albert Center Hawker Center within walking distance and Liang Xia Street that has nice restaurants. And actually, all around the area, there are dozens of eateries that you can choose from. You'll also be within walking distance to a major attraction, which is the Kampung Glam. where you can explore the Sultan Mosque, Haji Lane and Arab Street. If you walk the other way, there's the National Library. Accessibility in Bugis is also very good. The road along Victoria Street has many bus services that connect you to Chinatown and Harbourfront to get to Sentosa. And Bugis Station serves the Green Line and the Blue Line, which gives you very convenient access to Little India, Merlion Park via Raffles Place, MBS via Bayfront, and many of our famous architectures at City Hall. Now, looking at the accommodation options in this area, there's lots of budget, mid-range, and some luxury options. So, very easy to find one that fits your bill. And the best place to spend the night in Singapore is Chinatown. This is a very vibrant neighborhood with lots of things to see and do in the area. There's the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, Sri Mariamman Temple, and generally lots of shops along the streets. For more modern amenities, there's also a big shopping mall called the Chinatown Point. The accessibility is the best here because the Yu Tong Sen Street and the New Bridge Road has lots of buses that brings you everywhere. You can easily get to Kampong Glam via bus. On top of that, the Chinatown station serves the Blue Line and the Purple Line, giving you easy access to Sentosa via Harbourfront, MBS via Bayfront, and Little India. And just a short walk to Maxwell Station, you get access to the Brown Line that brings you straight to Gardens by the Bay. You will also never go hungry in Chinatown because this is the place with the most number of hawker centers. You can find the Hong Lim Hawker, Chinatown Complex, Maxwell Food Center, and People's Park Hawker. You also get the best range of hotel options at very competitive price. There are many budget hostels, decent mid-range hotels, and even luxury high-end ones for you to choose from. So you'll definitely find one that fits your comfort and budget level. Before I get to the places that I don't recommend staying at, if you find this video helpful, please leave a like and use my affiliate link when booking your hotel so that I get a small commission which helps me make more video guides like this. Thank you very much. And here are the areas that you should not stay at and why. Number 1. Orchard Road. You'll be within walking distance to many very nice shopping malls offering very high-end luxury products. It's not a hard no, but I feel that it's not worth your money to stay here. In terms of accessibility, it's not too bad because the red line gives you direct access to the Merlion Park via Raffles Place, and the brown line can get you to Chinatown via Maxwell and Gardens by the Bay. To me, the biggest downside is the whole area is very grand, very nice, but I feel that I will miss the charming vibe and the liveliness of the shop houses, small eateries, and the hawker centers. Also, there are mostly just high-end hotels and maybe 1 or 2 mid-range options here, so it's not very budget-friendly. Anyway, you're not gonna spend much time in the hotel, right? So I'd rather you spend that money elsewhere. Actually, if your objective coming to Singapore is to do a lot of shopping, this is the perfect place for you to stay in. But if you want to explore things that are more uniquely Singapore, then you might want to stay elsewhere. The second no is Sentosa Island. I'll just start with the prices, okay? Similarly, most of them are high-end hotels. But this time, not only that it's not worth your money, it's also a waste of your time because of the terrible accessibility of the Sentosa Island. The only affordable way to get in and out is via the monorail or walking down the boardwalk. There's also very limited public transportation all around the island. So if you plan to explore anything outside of Sentosa, you're gonna spend at least 15 minutes just getting out of the island. The monorail is also notorious for being overloaded, especially on the weekends, because it's much smaller than the normal trains. By peak periods, you might have to wait a long time for the monorail. The only scenario that I'll recommend staying here is if you booked at least 2 to 3 full-day activities that are all within Sentosa. For example, day 1 USS, day 2 Adventure Cove, day 3 Sea Aquarium, then maybe it'll be worthwhile. Especially for families with children, because I know after a long day, it's nice to walk back to your hotel without fussing with transport. And the third area to avoid is Clarke Quay. Actually, Clarke Quay is right beside Chinatown, so it has a very similar level of accessibility. You'll also be staying within walking distance to many restaurants and bars along the Singapore River. But that's the problem. Those restaurants and bars open late into the night, and they can get very loud. Personally, I also don't like to stay in areas that serves a lot of alcohol because I prefer not to encounter drunk strangers on the street. The only scenario that I can recommend staying at Clarke Quay is if you are actually planning to experience the nightlife in Singapore. It's very convenient to be able to walk back to your hotel at 2-3 AM after partying for the whole night. But if you prefer to have a good night's sleep, then I suggest staying elsewhere. After booking your hotel with my affiliate link, prepare for your arrival in Singapore in this next video over here. I'll see you there.